Hello guys, it's me again. It's been a long time, but today we have a very special video. I'm here with my special guest Marcus from MV Design. His channel link will be in the description. And today we're gonna present the Volkswagen Brasília. The Brasília is the spiritual predecessor to the Gol. It was Volkswagen of Brazil's first attempt to replace the Beetle. Second attempt if you count the 1600 four-door, but that was more of a medium-sized car. Now, and the Brasília was an actual hatchback to replace the Volkswagen Beetle. The Brasília development started in 69 or 70?
About 69.
About 69. It was based on the 411, right? The design.
411.
And and well, it's a beautified 411. Marcus Piancastelli, which was the head of design at Volkswagen, he took the 411 design and he turned it into this beauty. Now, Marcus did a lot to modify the visuals on the car, make it kind of look like a resto mod. This project is actually inspired by a cyberpunk car. But yeah, we're gonna come into a bit of this history. So what is the Brasília? At the bones, this is the same as a Volkswagen Beetle. Same chassis, suspension, and drivetrain. First Brasílias had a 1600 flat 4 engine with one carburetor. Later on, going to 2 carburetors. And this one has something special under the hood. This one is using 2 Solex 40 carburetors. And I had the opportunity to drive this car, and man, these are monstrous. This car goes very nicely. But as you can see, one of the main differences of the Brasília. The drivetrain on the Brasília is completely based on the Beetle. So it has its own floor pans, but they're very close to the Beetle. Beetle suspension with the swing arm, with swing axle suspensions, and a rear engine. So no, the Gol and the Brasília are not the same car. These are completely different designs. The Gol started development after the Brasília was already launched. So how did the Brasília do on sales? Oh, you can't call the Brasília a failure, simply because Volkswagen, trying to replace the Beetle, actually made a car that was perfectly slotted between the Passat and the Beetle. The Brasília has the same drivetrain as the Beetle, so it has the same reliable drivetrain engine, but it has a much roomier body, much wider car. This car is actually bigger inside than the Gol. Thank you. As you can see, if I show it back here, the same tunnel as the Beetle. Yeah, as you can see, you're gonna recognize a lot of parts from Volkswagen all over the world. So the Brasília launched in 1973 to compete with the Chevette. And there's actually a funny story. About 4 months before the Chevette was gonna be launched, Volkswagen actually locked their allegedly, they locked up their staff at the factory to get this car done before the Chevette to try to beat it to launch, and failed. They didn't do it. But yeah, the Brasília was a massive success. Was it there a year this was the best-selling car?
It was the year before, 1979.
1979. 1979, this was the best-selling car in Brazil.
This one is a 1980.
And this one is a 1980. 1980, you already have the new dash, and you know, which was called the 2001 dash, you know, from the Space Odyssey film. The Brasília was always sold very well. It always stayed behind the Beetle, but always closely. So if you combine the sales of the Brasília and the Beetle, you can understand why Volkswagen of Brazil in the 70s had 50% of the market in Brazil. Why the Brasília, unfortunately, its production got ceased when the Gol was launched. Volkswagen already saw that already in the late 1970s, the rear engine car didn't have much of a future, even though it launched the Variant 2, which was pretty much a longer Brasília for like even a market car. But it ended up not working out, so Volkswagen decided to replace both the Beetle and the Brasília with the Gol. So you ended up having a car that costs as much as a Brasília, but having the 1300 engine from the Gol, which didn't work out.
It sucked.
Yeah. If I show you guys, you can actually see the Brasília is actually wider than the Gol. But yeah, the Brasília stopped being produced in 1982 when the Gol finally started picking up sales. My Gol being in 1982 is from the year the Brasilia's from the last year of the Brasília. Yeah, you can here's a bit of a history of Volkswagen. You have from 1973 to 1985.
Chumba!
Meus senhores, que Volkswagen. Espera um pouquinho, depois o radar tem mais. Pops and bangs.
Tem os pops nem bem.
Volante, o cara parece um kart. Simbora!
Bora!
Cara, câmbiozinho gostoso quando pega o jeito.
Vai.
Show.